I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You guys, really, you guys have pulled off the greatest psyop in gaming history. And for those of you out there who don't know what I'm talking about, for years, these vile, insidious axe cultists have successfully gaslit Team Ninja into thinking this weapon was a bottom tier liability. They held secret meetings, they flooded the forums, they complained, they whined. Oh, it's too slow. The recovery takes too long. I get hit too much. I can't dodge. And the developers took the bait. They actually believed them. They looked at the guys spinning around like heavily armored Beyblades, flattening the yokai into pancakes, and said, wow, those poor players are really struggling. And so, what did they do for Nioh 3? They went and buffed it. They took an already overpowered, hyper armor nuclear warhead on a stick and buffed it to absolutely unethical proportions. And I just want to throw hands. I mean, I, I want to have words with these people. No, I'm not mad. I'm fury. I'm I'm jealous. I'm profoundly, deeply jealous, and I want Team Ninja to buff the spear the exact same way they did this monstrosity. Not that the spear needs buffs, mind you, God no. But personally, I just refuse to live in a reality where axes are allowed to exist in this world as a weapon of mass destruction that gets catered to while spears get literally nothing. Nothing. The audacity of Team Ninja, the unmitigated gall of Team Ninja. We don't get a single new skill even outside of the stupid jump attack they're legally obligated to give us. Since jumping is a core mechanic now, like why? Why does Team Ninja hate us spear chads? Why why do axe chads just keep winning game after game? Why did we get zero new moves in this entry while the Axe's skill tree practically doubled overnight? It's like they handed Axe players a 500 page manual of the new ways to commit war crimes. And then they gave us a sticky note that just says, jump, idiot. You know what? Whatever. Deep breaths. This isn't about that. This isn't about spears. This is a video about axes. We're going to put aside the agenda for the moment and let's just talk about axes. Deep breaths. Man. Because of that psyop I just mentioned, the general consensus has always been the same, right? It's too slow, it leaves you open. No, not even close. The weapon wasn't leaving them open. They were just bad at the game. They were treating a weapon the size of their mom. No. They were treating a weapon the size of a beach well, no comparison being made in particular. Like it was like it was a lightweight katana, right? They tried to swing the axe like it was a katana, got hit in the face, and then cried to Reddit, which is exactly what the cultist intended. This is the part they don't want you to hear about because it weakens the argument. Not that it matters now because the terrorists have already won. Axe has already been buffed to the moon and back and to the moon again. Like, what? Oh, you also think the axe was slow? Congratulations, you're also bad. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Or, actually, wait a minute. You know, you could be one of those cultist terrorists I just mentioned, lying through your axe-loving teeth. Let me see your save file and see what weapons you have equipped. Actually, no, we don't have to go that far. I'll have a list on my desk by the morning. So tread carefully, Axe Sympathizer. I have the Power Rangers on speed dial ready to go. The Megazord is currently en route to several locations. I suggest you keep your Axe propaganda to yourself and keep a low profile. Otherwise, it's morphin' time. Anyway, regardless, the fact is, the Axe was, and has always been an absolute powerhouse. However, because so many people chose to play the Axe like something it wasn't, and then were shocked when it gave them a one-way ticket to the game over screen, this false narrative easily took hold. Team Ninja eventually caved to the demands of the digital terrorists using these complaints as leverage, and now we all have to deal with the aftermath. Oh hi, I'm Shake by the way. Shake my hands, welcome in. I stream daily on Twitch, link is in the description, come say hi. Okay, so, the Axe. Let's just say For the previous two games, the axe was the definitive skill issue weapon in Nioh. I honestly don't think there has ever been a more polarizing weapon in the history of the franchise. In Nioh 1 and 2, the axe is notoriously and hilariously viewed as a bad weapon by most casual players. Meanwhile, skilled players know the truth. It is a hyper armor, high damage, high key damage, unga bunga machine that absolutely trivializes any encounter if you grasp even the most basic fundamentals of its kit. And kit aside, let's just talk about the bare minimum for a second. Since Nioh 1, the axe has been a weapon where you can literally just spam one thing and clear the entire game with it, post game included. And it wouldn't be considered a challenge run. It's just an effective way to play the game. It's that strong. What is this mystery input, you wonder? The Konami code? A frame perfect cancel? No. It is a strong attack from high stance. That's it. You push that button. Then you push it again. Is your enemy still breathing? That's unfortunate for them. Press it again, they're dead. You don't need a specialized build to even make this work. You don't need to spend hours in the dojo learning complex strings. You just need to be in high stance and push one button. That's it. You can press triangle or Y if you're on the Xbox controller, and you win the video game. Of course, you do need to have a few spare brain cells to dodge or block occasionally, but let's not split hairs, okay? And you know the craziest part? The axe doesn't just have one move that achieves this, it has several. Up until now, the axe has had the smallest move pool in the game. But you see, you don't need a massive toolbox when your primary tool is a sledgehammer and every problem the game throws at you is a nail. Every move it has is incredibly deliberate, incredibly violent, and handles situations with maximum prejudice. Let's let's do a little roleplay. Problem: the enemy is doing too much damage and you want to turn your brain off. Solution: spam heaven and earth. You win. Problem: the enemy is dodging too much. Solution: try spark. You win. Problem: what if the enemy has the audacity to block your attacks? Solution: Stone Mallet. Stone Mallet, wait. With Stone Mallet, let's talk about that one. You don't need a hyper specialized key damage setup to wear them down. You just throw Stone Mallet into their guard and hippity hoppity, their key is now your property. They are instantly a panting, helpless punching bag. And if you somehow get bored of Stone Mallet, fine. Go back to High Stand Strong Attack and obliterate the keybar anyway with virtually zero struggle. Because again, it is an axe, it is a hammer, and the thing in front of you is a nail. Do what needs to be done, brother. The weapon is overwhelming on purpose. It was designed to be a simple, brutally effective answer to Neo's complex questions. It had its lane, it had its role, it functioned exactly how you would figure a simple weapon would. Explain, please, how we lost the plot so bad that we gave it Tornado Edge. Do you see my character in the background? No armor, no accessories, just a divine rarity axe and pure malice. This is one of the harder maps in the game. But with the axe, you could never tell. Look at this. Can I get it before the bullet hits? Yep. And he's just dead. He's just dead. Tornado Edge has no reason to exist as it does in its current form. No reason to go as hard as it does. Axe already had the de facto spin to win move in Mad Spinner. Why did they introduce its older brother who just got out of prison and learned nothing from his time there into this game in particular? Make it make sense. I need a developer from Team Ninja HQ to materialize into my room right now and explain to me why we're allowed to just equip this skill, and brutally maul anything within a 5 mile radius with a single input. I'm not understanding the vision, honestly. What's that? No one knows? Okay, let's try Soul Devourer. Axe has the best parry in the game. I do not say this lightly. Some parries are situationally better. Heavenly Flow from Dual Swords or Strike from Dual Swords absolutely destroys humans. It doesn't work on yokai. Meanwhile, Axe, tell me why I can parry literally every single attack in the game and not only do respectable damage, but heal for a percentage of the damage inflicted. Who cares about sustain or heal economy when your parry is a vampiric death strike that stuffs the enemy's attack, smacks them in the face, and keeps you at max health? This has disgusting synergy, mind you, with another skill, one that had no business having an upgraded form, Lumber Chop. Lumber Chop, since Nioh 1, was one of the highest damage skills in the game. Despite that, people thought that the original 999,999 damage Lumber Chop was just a meme somehow. I guess because of the massive windup? Well, now it's just incredibly oppressive with this big brother here, Lumber Chop Swift. Because the main drawback of Lumber Chop was the long windup. Someone at Team Ninja HQ, though, hit the crack pipe and was like, you know what would be balanced? Instant Lumber Chops. And it is as disgusting as it sounds. If you take any damage while charging this move, you immediately let it fly and delete the HP of whatever was in front of you. It's basically a fake parry. You don't even need to time it well. You just need to start it up. Take a slap, and then boom. Axe has the best parry and the best fake parry in the game. Someone get me a bucket. I'm nauseous. I'm sick. Yeah, you take a little damage, but again, Soul Devourer means you have infinite health anyway. The only drawback of this oppressive move is mitigated by an equally oppressive move. Wow, what a concept. Wow, bravo. Good job, Team Ninja. And since we're on the topic of things that didn't need upgraded forms, let's talk about the most egregious, unethical upgrade in the history of Nioh as we know it. Rumbling Earth. Rumbling Earth was a very strong move in 1 and 2. Just like the axe and everything else it does, it destroys ki and health like nobody's business. What a surprise. But the chef's kiss part of this move was that it hit all around the player. A nice 360 AoE that can demolish groups or bosses. It was a very nice multi-purpose tool with they buffed it, by the way. There is a direct upgrade to Rumbling Earth. Rumbling Earth 2. Good lord, what they gave it a sequel. Team Ninja? Remember a moment ago, my character with no armor dog walking those bosses? Pay attention to the opening move in each one of those encounters. It's literally Rumbling Earth 2. See how much ki damage that stupid thing does. I'll wait. That's dumb, right? Isn't that stupid? Apparently, destroying the key of everything in the zip code wasn't enough for access according to Team Ninja. They had to give it a cinematic universe. I can't wait for Rumbling Earth 3, where it just deletes the game file of the corresponding enemy, completely removing them from the hard drive. I'm not done. I can keep going. Like, did you know the Axe's low stance doesn't bounce off guards anymore? Why is that? Isn't that interesting? It used to be that Axe had this special quality that its mid-stance attacks don't bounce off blocks like all the other weapons would. When Odachi was introduced as DLC in Nioh 1, it also had this property. This persisted into Nioh 2. Both Axe and Odachi's mid-stance don't bounce off guard. Nioh 3? Odachi at some point must have been given a swirly by the axe, got bullied by the axe. It lost its ability to ignore block on mid stance, and it bounces off like every other weapon. Meanwhile, axe, nothing bounces off. Period. Not high stance, not mid stance, not low stance. Why nerf Odachi, but then turn around and mega buff axe here? Why is Odachi out here taking strays? Team Ninja? What? Team Ninja? Team Ninja. and and that's not it, but that's it. I can't keep hyping up this weapon. I'm getting mad, bro. To the Axe cultist who successfully gaslit Team Ninja into creating this unholy abomination, I tip my hat to you. You won. You pulled off the heist of the century and successfully lobbied for the most unethical, unhinged weapon buffs in Nioh history. Now, to my fellow spearmates, step into my office, have a seat, close the door. We need to discuss gaslighting Team Ninja for the sake of buffing the spear. The Axe terrorists have shown us the blueprint. We ride at dawn. Anyway, that's it. That's Axe done. I'll probably make a community post or a poll about what weapon to do next, or you can let me know in the comments. Once again, I stream daily. Link in the description. I stream on Twitch and YouTube. You can let me know what weapon should be next there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Love you. Peace.